Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolf. This is DocStar TV, and today it's how to heal your pets. Now, some of you may like what I'm going to say, some of you may not like what I'm going to say, but I'm not trying to put any type of profession down. We have to be able to talk and tell the truth, yes or no. The reality is that veterinarians are taught just like medical doctors. Your pets have the same diseases as you do. And most people don't understand this. Your pets are on the same drugs as you are. And guess what? Drugs don't heal. They just help you not to feel. Isn't it great not feeling, how to numb yourself out? Isn't it great that the majority of the population is numbed out even if they're not on drugs? Because you'd have to numb out if you participate in the news, if you participate in any news that your family wants to talk about, your friends, the TV, the whatever. But listen, let's get back to it. Okay, 99 out of 100 veterinarians, they are drug dealers. Okay, it's all about the tests. It's all about the x-rays. It's all about the drugs. It's all about the trauma. Okay, all right, 1 second. That's right, it's all about the trauma. Okay, and I'm going to tell you something right now. There's so many people now, and I'm not going to tell you hundreds, I'm going to tell you thousands of people that are using the same products that they use, that they get from us. Do you know how many people are doing enemas on their dogs? Okay, because their dogs, okay, have arthritis in their hips. They can't bounce around anymore. And do you know why? Because everybody's been feeding their pets cookies and cream. And the reality is kibble is potato chips, okay? Potato chips and crackers. And we all fall for it, you know, that multivitamin, the science diet. Well, understand something, okay? That's BS. It's bad science. And understand something. Veterinarians are doing what they've been taught. They're not broken. Doctors aren't broken, okay? All right? But the whole system is fixed. Every day now, I get calls about pets. I never started off my business with being a pet doctor, but I guess what I am is I'm a pet and human doctor now, because guess what? Pets are our friends. Pets have feelings. Your pets will actually take on your illnesses, okay? Because just like your family does, there's no genetic diseases. It's epigenetic, okay? Epigenetic. It happens right here. All diseases started from programs, and your pets, they feel for you, they love you unconditionally, and they try to take on your burden. And here's the deal. Get your pets off of drugs and get your pets off of cookies and chips, and because that's all kibble is. And you need to wake up to the fact people should not have a pet if they're going to poison it. They shouldn't have a child if they're going to poison it. And guess what? You can't do better till you know better. And most parents are poisoning their children and they're poisoning their pets. Is that true, Kathy?
Debbie.
I did it again. You know what, everybody? Okay, I just want to say this. We've known each other for a long time, and I know her name, and I keep on doing it. It's like I'm terrorizing her, okay? It's actually probably a little bit of dementia, okay?
It's Debbie, but he knows it. There's a Kathy thing there in his head right now, but that's all right. We'll get past it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Emmett is a prime candidate for the feeding. For the first 6.5 years of his life, he was fed kibble and a bunch of junk. He was morbidly obese. He was 17 pounds when I got him, and he was my dad's dog, and I got him close to when he was like 7 years old. So, yeah, he falls into that.
So he would have been 49 years old in dog life. And guess what? Isn't that ironic? The majority of the population never wake up until they're 50 about their diet. Okay,
Yes.
because they've tried everything else. They've tried all the drugs. They've tried some surgeries. Okay, and if they're going to wake up, they start to wake up around their 50. So isn't it really cool that you worked your butt off all your life? And now, guess what? Your body's like a Visa card. And now you have all these back payments because you didn't know that you were supposed to respect, honor, and protect your body. Those 50 to 80 trillion cells, those 500 to 800 trillion good bacteria that have gone bad. And now guess what? You've lost faith in the medical system. You lost faith in your own healing. So now you've got to go back in there and take massive personal action and dip into the money, okay, that you've been working so hard. It's all just a setup. Anyway, so Emmett was 49 years old in dog years when Debbie got Emmett, and guess what? His whole life changed. But I want Debbie to actually tell the story from when she got him and up until now. And I'll just give you one little highlight for anybody that's new, and it's called repetition, everyone. Listen, the first time I get on and I say something, it's like, who does he think he is? Second time, maybe. I don't think so, though. Third time, well, maybe there's some truth in this. Fourth time, because that's the way your subconscious works. Do you know how much programming they did to get you to poison yourself, your family, and your pets? Anyways, Debbie, continue with your story.
So, about a year ago, he started scratching in the back, and it got real bad in January. When I was gone, I was doing a training with you in Ixtapa. And when I came back in February, he had like no fur from his waist down, very little. He was chewed up. You came into town. We did some non-surgical on him. He got
Can I break in for a second? Can I break
Yes.
in? Okay, so when you're nervous and you have anxiety, what do? You chew your nails. Okay, all right. Emmett chewed himself because he wouldn't chew his nails. And when you're stressed out, you lose your hair, don't you? I'm losing my hair over this. So Emmett loses his hair. Go ahead.
So we did some non-surgical. His hips were frozen, so we started doing, the work on him.
Okay, 1 second again. I'm going to be cutting in because I really want this to be a training. And it's not because I'm trying to be ignorant or interrupt everyone, so just know that. Okay, here's the deal. Emmett was constipated. It didn't mean he didn't go. It's what stayed in that was killing him. And guess what? Whether you want to believe this or not, 100% of the population, well, I can't say 100, I'll say 99%. Because anybody that does our daily cleansing tea, black gold, goes on our perfect day diet, never has a bowel problem again, and that's the root of all illness. And so just know that 99 out of 100 people have bowel problems, and if you ask them, they'd say no, because they have nothing to compare to. And I'm telling you right now, if you go into my library at docofdetox.com and watch How to Become Number One at the Art of Number Two, okay, all right, you're going to get a wake-up call. And then if you go and watch Your Large Intestine, the Holy Grail, and if you also watch Your Digestive Tract, the Highway to Life, those three things, I don't care if you went to university and you even studied health. I'm going to teach you more in those three master classes. Okay, they're videos, so you can sit back, kick back, and I'm going to teach you more than you learned. And I will challenge you on that, okay, because you don't learn in any government-approved school the truth about health. And that's it. The truth about health is it's a lie out there, and people think they know things. You know, you should see me when I go to Thanksgiving. When I go to Thanksgiving dinner with my family, I'll just sit there and I won't even say a word because the whole table is going to be talking like they know disease, they know health, and I'll just sit there and none of them are going to ask me a question. Meanwhile, I'm the only guy that's been in health for 40 years. And the reality is I know well enough to mind my own business. Mind my own business. Because people don't want to hear, most people don't want to hear how to fix their dog. Well, the dogs, yes. The cats, yes. But not themselves. I made a mistake there. They don't want to hear on how to fix themselves because everybody's got their addictions. You're not sick if you don't have an addiction. And you're going to go, that's not true. I'm sick and I don't have an addiction. Yes, you do. You have addiction to what? Anxiety, which causes depression, which brings your immune system down. So understand something. What happened was Emmett got anxiety because mommy left and she'll never come back. This is the longest she's been away. And then Emmett went into depression. And when you go into depression, you lower your vibration, you lower your frequency, and you allow cancer and every autoimmune disease to come and attack you. I will never have worms in my body that are bad. I'll never have bacteria that are bad. I love myself too much. When you learn how to honor, love, and respect yourself, and Emmett doesn't know how to do that because he's always going to love Debbie more than himself because that's what pets do. But human beings need to learn how to love themselves first and foremost and not say this, I would die without you. I love you so much. I would die without you. I can't be without you. You know, that person is broken and they've just taken love and made it into some large nipple. Everybody that they think cares for them or they care for. You have to understand, if you don't care for yourself, you'll need a caretaker. And that's going to happen to all of us. So understand, the emotional rules the physical. The invisible creates the physical. The psychological rules the biological. All right? Emmett's completely happy. So what's going to happen when Debbie goes away again? Well, I don't know if she's going to be able to, or she's going to have to make sure she's giving Emmett to somebody because Emmett's older and he's not about to change, okay? Where, you know what? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, you can, but human beings, you think you would be able to reach them, but they're hard to reach as well. Debbie?
So we did the non-surgical and he improved tremendously.
Can you explain what the non-surgical is? When you're talking, a lot of these people are brand new.
Okay.
Non-surgical. Okay, you go ahead then.
Non-surgical, which is a technique that we use to break apart calcification, scar tissue.
We don't break it apart. We use we have a technique that we lovingly go in and pull apart. See, what happens is, yeah, you have connective tissue, and when you have healthy connective tissue, you have blood flow and lymph, and you have vibrational energy flowing through there. What happens when you eat an inflammatory diet, a sticky glicky diet, when you have an inflammatory brain, when you are stressing yourself and terrorizing yourself and don't even know it, because this is my personality, okay? You cause adrenaline and cortisol and you cause contraction in your body. The fibers come together and then eventually they can become knots. I have a knot in my neck. I have a knot in my breast called a fibroid. I have a knot in my pelvis called a tumor. Okay, I have a pimple, okay, which is full of pus and dead cells. And I have a boil, or I have a cyst on my ovaries. These are all blocks, and it's always the emotional creates the physical, because when you're not emotionally balanced, you make really bad decisions. So the reality is let's get back to this. So Emmett felt like really dry beef jerky in his muscles, didn't he? His spine was very bony because there was no blood flow, no lymph flow, no energy flow through those tissues. So we use a technique with our elbow, because understand something. Do you ever notice something? Regular massage, Swedish massage, you got to go back in there every week, every 2 weeks. If you could afford it, you'd go every day, because the effects wear off within 24 hours. With Wolf Non-Surgical, we'll give you a money-back guarantee that, guess what? You are going to get rid of that cane. You can get rid of that walker. In our first treatment, if we don't outdo all the other treatments combined that you've gotten in that one treatment, we'll refund your money. So it's all about scar tissue, and it's all about getting the calcium back into the bones. Once you restore circulation, you aren't sick. And remember, any place in your body where you have pain, swelling, stiffness, inflammation, that's a block, and that block is going to slow down things. You get stagnation, you get putrefaction, you're going to end up going into inflammation, more scar tissue formation, and more calcification, because when you become acidic, because you have no flow, because that's what happens, then you got to pull the calcium out of your bones to actually buffer down the acidity so you don't become cancerous. So non-surgical, if you want to know about that, you can take a masterclass course in this. And you can find out the whole domino effect of why we go from a limp to a cane, to drugs, to surgery, to a walker, to Depends, to the nursing home, to hospice, and then bye-bye, okay? Understand this. Go to my Doc of Detox library and check out Reverse the Irreversible. You watch the first 2 hours, you're gonna go, oh my God, have we been sucker punched? And that's why most dogs will have hip problems, because they are being fed carcinogenic, chemical, processed garbage. And a lot of the food sometimes, okay, is even animal byproducts of tumors. So you can't be eating tumors from animals. Just know that. Go ahead, Debbie.
So, as time moved forward, he was doing okay. And then in June, he got up in the morning, everything was great. We went and did a lot of things. And then in the afternoon, he just took a turn for the worst. He wouldn't get up, and then he vomited. And by the evening, I had to take him into the emergency vet. And at that time, that's when, through that stay, the next day they did an ultrasound on his abdomen, and they found that he had 2 masses on the adrenals.
Can I say something? Okay, so understand,
Yes.
When somebody throws up, you either have an emotional infection that you swallowed some BS, and that's usually the case. Just know that. Or there could be some contamination, but most of the time, you ready for this? People throw up because they've got a cork up their butt. That's right. No, I don't. I went yesterday. No, I went this morning. No, it's incomplete. People don't even know what a complete bowel movement is, okay? And I'll tell you, Emmett threw up because Emmett had a bowel block, and not because Debbie doesn't feed him well, it's because of the first 7 years. And guess what? Maybe he was emotional. He got all tied up. Okay, go ahead, Debbie.
So we, at that time when I got the results of the test, that was either surgery or put him down.
So surgery or put him down. What was the surgery going to be?
Just to remove the masses on the adrenals, I guess. I don't know.
And how old is he? How old is he?
At the time, he was 14 and a half. He's coming up on, he'll be 15 in January.
So play with me, everyone. If he's 14 and a half, that means he's what? 7 times 14. What is that? 7 times 14. That's 98 years old. And we're gonna cut masses off his adrenals. Seriously? Did somebody not pay the mortgage here? Okay. And the other thing was put him down. Understand something, everyone. The veterinarians are not evil people. Veterinarians are beautiful people, but they have beliefs that have been based in the evil. Because understand this, most people don't feed their dogs well. That's why don't you go take a look into any supermarket, go into almost all the pet shops, and you'll find out that it's all garbage foods. It's just like Big Pharma. Well, there's Big Pharma for pets too, and people haven't woke up to that fact yet. That, what a dog really needs is absolutely nothing that they sell out there, that you'll go anywhere. You have to go off the beaten track to get it. Okay, go ahead, Deb.
So I told them that surgery obviously was not an option. I know better, and I'm not going to put a dog through that. And I brought him home, and so I talked with you, and we discussed the plan of action.
Yeah.
And we did the Cellsonic, which is behind me.
Okay, and now the Cellsonic, for those who do not know, it is the most powerful energy medicine device on the planet. It puts out 25,000 volts. Now remember, you got 120 volts in your socket of your house. If you want to see the difference, that's only 120. This is 25,000 volts. Put your finger in that socket at 120. It'll be quite shocking. The reality is this: those 25,000 volts have been turned into actually a frequency harmonic. So on a healing point of view, in decalcifying the mitochondria that creates the energy and the ATP to keep us healthy. It will decalcify that. It will shut down stage 4 inflammation. Do you know what that means, everyone? That means it'll shut down pain. It will revitalize organs, tissues, tendons, muscles, but it will decalcify joints. I couldn't lift up my shoulder, but now I can. And when you have a Cellsonic, you can have somebody that's very crippled up. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do Cellsonic at a pulse 10, which is right up. It'll go in and bring in this electrical vibration, and tissue that is not dead, but guess what? In a coma, because it's not getting its blood flow, its lymph flow. It's not getting spirit energy. I hope you get that. And what happens is, it's like this. It's like, when they take those pads and they go with somebody who's they think has passed away, and they're going to give them this, what is that called, Debbie, again?
Say that again?
When you use the pads to try to bring somebody back to life.
Oh, a defibrillator.
Okay, so just like this is not going to be hard on you at all. You won't hardly even feel it, will you, Debbie? You'll hear the pulse head go off, and what most people feel, if there's a lot of calcium, you can feel the energy balancing off, because this will actually fracture the displaced calcium and create it to come into ions, so it carries the calcium back into your bones where it was taken from. And then it takes the scar tissue, which everybody, I'm not talking about scar tissue from a sports injury. I'm not talking about scar tissue from a surgery, even though surgery does cause more scar tissue than anything else. That's why, you say, well, I don't have the pain anymore, but you're all numbed out now. And guess what? What kind of trouble do you get into if you don't get rid of that scar tissue after a surgery? Well, things will grow there. Like a beaver dam in the river, you are going to back up things, and you are going to become a swamp in that area. So the Cellsonic, it brings life back faster than anything we know. So what happens is, we will do the Cellsonic first, then we'll do non-surgical using our elbow, and guess what? Which would have taken maybe, 40 minutes, maybe an hour to do, we can actually do it in 15 minutes. Can we? We can take a fibroid that can be the size of an orange, and we can then pulse that fibroid with a Cellsonic, and then what we do, we'll do it at 10, and then we'll go in and very lovingly, and guess what? We'll reduce that fibroid from a minimum of usually 30 to 70%. I hope you're getting this. That's in one treatment. And that's that fibroid that the doctor said they have to cut out of you, or we'll just keep an eye on it and watch it grow until you can't take it anymore. So I'm not putting them down. I'm trying to tell you that it's dysfunctional. Okay, it's very, very dysfunctional. So we're going to go in with number 10 to put in lots of electrical life in there. It's alive. And then we're going to use the non-surgical, and then we're going to go in with number 4 on the pulse head, because that energy at number 4 is going to stay in the tissues for days, helping to heal it, keep the inflammation down, and tell it and create new programs down at the cellular level, so the mitochondria spin their 2,500 times per second instead of only 300 times per second with somebody that has a damaged tissue. I hope you're getting this, everyone. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. And understand something. You'll know it. Nobody comes for a treatment and leaves without going, this is incredible. And that's because, guess what? You are an electrical, light energy being. And all we're doing, maybe you don't know this, but its energy is all you ever needed. And energy is created by electricity. We are walking, talking batteries. So we are going to what? We are going to recharge your battery. And if we can recharge your battery, then guess what? We can reverse the irreversible on a physical level and on a cellular level, okay? We can actually take program mutation within the cells, and with this unit, because the frequencies are so high when it goes in there, it says, you're not sick. And we will decalcify the calcium that came into the cell to try to buffer down the acidity so that you didn't go cancerous. don't believe me, go check my work. And then go check with third party or go to PubMed, which is a government website, and then cross-check what I've just told you today, and then tell me that I just made it up. That's my challenge to everybody out there. You know what? Challenge me, but also challenge yourself, okay, to find a new health platform, okay, whether it's mine or someone else's platform. Find somebody that's going to put the power back, okay, into here so that you can put the power back into here. Go ahead, Debbie.
So, yeah, I mean, it's amazing, and I still am cell-sonicking his spine. In the process, I found where his actual block on the spine was as I was doing it. I don't need anybody to hold Emmett for me. He sits in my lap. I do his abdomen. I flip him over. He just accepts what he knows he needs, and he knows that this is working for him. So,
well, he hasn't been programmed by dysfunctional friends, family, or by the media. He loves you and he respects you, and he's going to do it. And understand something. Debbie's working and helping people with cats, dogs. She teaches them how to do because if we didn't do the ultimate enema on our pets, some of these pets wouldn't be here anymore. And guess what? You get to sit there and just go, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then you take it to your vet, and then it gets drugged or surgery. Yes or no? Yes or no? That's all I want to say. My God, can we just wake up? Okay.
Right.
Debbie?
So we continued along with the Cellsonic. We put him on multiple nutraceuticals. So the critical care mushrooms, the thunder shrooms.
I want you to, if you don't mind, you'll mention it. Say how many you put Emmett on, and then I'll explain about the products so people understand. Now, everyone, we want full disclosure. We want you to have the information so you can make a logical decision. But then, like I said, cross-check the information we have, because why should you trust us, okay?
So Emmett is a 10, 11-pound dog, and he, in the beginning, we had him on 4 to 6 a day. Right now, he's on 3 to 4 a day.
4 to 6 a day of critical care thunder shrooms. Now, we will be bringing on Oliver, who is brilliant, and he works for the company that actually creates thunder shrooms. We have Vital Care and we have Critical Care. Vital Care is something, if you're on them, well, your immune system's always going to be the strongest it could ever be. Critical Care will actually grab people from leaving the planet, grab animals from leaving the planet. You can believe it or not believe it. I'm not making any cures. We don't cure people. We go in, we give people products that give them back what they lost. That's all. We don't do anything except aligning and harmonizing and bringing their cells back to what God gave us in the first place. Now, when did you watch the show yesterday? I was on with Oliver. I told him you had Emmett on 6 critical care, and he said, I've never heard of anybody doing this. And I said, yeah, but guess what? This dog didn't have very long, maybe days, maybe weeks to live. And if you saw him, he goes, oh my gosh, look at how she's taught up me now.
When I got him from the vet that day, he was basically limp. You know, I didn't know if he was going to survive the night, to tell you the truth. So that was an interesting thing. He started drinking, so that was good. And then the next day I was able to start with the mushrooms. So, yeah.
So what you need to do, if you want, you can go to my library and just open up what's called the Thunder Shroom Guide and watch the shows. Understand something, everybody, just so you know. Vital Care Thunder Shrooms are 30 years old. Let me see you find mushrooms out there that are 30 years old. 95 to 98% of all mushrooms, therapeutic mushrooms, are 2 to 6 weeks old, and they're grown in a laboratory. These are grown on the side of the Asian mountains on trees, Okay? And these thunder shrooms, do you know what their expiry date is? 20 years. On the bottle, we'll have something else, but we have to put that because of government. It's 20 years. But understand, it can even be longer, but we know it's 20 years from the studies because some of these thunder shrooms are hundreds of years old that grow. Now we've got ones that are 30, which is the vital care. We've got ones that are 90 years old, which are the critical care. And she put him on the critical care. And how fast did it work? Now, well, we'll come back. We'll tell them what else you did because I don't want to be fair and make it look like one thing you did. I don't want to be doing that. This is not a marketing pitch.
So he was also, at the time, he was on the Ormus minerals, but now he's on the Beyond Ormus since those came out. Okay,
now, everyone, the Beyond Ormus minerals, we can show you proof that our Beyond Ormus minerals have the highest electrical charge of any mineral concentrate that we know of in the health industry today worldwide. Now, if you understand something about electrolytes, I'm telling you that this is the strongest electrolyte product. And if you're allowing your children or yourself to drink Gatorade, then there's something wrong with you here. I apologize, but there's something wrong with you really badly. Okay? If you take our Ormus minerals and you put them in water, it makes the water taste better and you will see your brain light up. You will see an array of symptoms leave from A to Z. It's all about electricity. Now, where do our minerals come from? Just know we have to say that we only have 60 to 70. We have 92 minerals in the bottle. The government will not allow us to put what we actually have. Isn't that fun? Okay, it's all just a game. So anyways, now we've got 92 minerals, and understand, when you get minerals from the soil and people sell them to you, when you get the minerals, what happens is our minerals come from the ocean off of the Antarctic, and it's the glacier melt off. Those minerals come in, plant life takes it. The plant life then turns it into more of a vegetable mineral. Okay, so do you understand what I'm saying? We take 100 liters, we bring it down to 1 liter, and then it goes into a process called Ormus, which this one is patented. And what it does is these minerals will work on an emotional, etherical state. They help people who are basically from psychosis to depression to anxiety. I could tell you so many things. So on an emotional and physical level, okay, these minerals, they are more electrical than anything else on the planet. So the only reason why we changed to these, because guess what? We only want the best for our people. What else do you have them on? And again, if you want to know about the Ormus minerals, you just need to go to my library or go to store.docofdetox.com. Yeah, if you're diabetic and you get on the Thunder Shrooms, even the Vital Care and the actual Ormus minerals, you're going to see it. You're going to see a change. But another big thing for diabetes is just even doing super cinnamon, Ari super cinnamon essential oil. We have seen that with people because it tastes sweet. There's no sugar. It balances the blood sugar levels, and it disinfects viral, bacterial, and fungal. And you'd be surprised how it helps people with adult onset diabetes to turn around, and those who have diabetes 1, how it helps them to drop their insulin. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. Because understand something. Most people that have diabetes 1, okay, they are, they're junk food addicts. Because guess what? Now you can take insulin. It doesn't matter what you eat. You can just take insulin to offset all that sugar. And that's why you lose your eyesight. That's why you lose your feet. That's why you lose your circulation. That's why you lose your sexual drive. That's why you lose your train of thought. Okay? Because everyone, you need to get this. That's why they have Halloween. It's to get everybody sugar addicted so that they can become alcoholics and crave sugar so much that you turn diabetic because you destroy your pancreas. Go ahead, Debbie. Thank you.
So on the Ormus minerals right now, I give him probably 3 dropperfuls during the 24-hour period. Plus, I'll just, when I'm walking by, I just will grab the dropper and put a couple drops right on his gums here and there.
Can I say something
So he's
now? Oh, no, you go ahead.
getting that all day long.
He's taking it all day long. Okay, so if you look at it,
Yeah.
it says 20 drops twice a day. The eyedropper bottle, okay, the eyedropper in there, this is IGF, by the way. So she gives him 2 of these. Now, okay, look at 3 of those. So now watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now that was 12 drops. You see how little that was? You see what she gives them? Because there's no toxic dosage. We are giving you just the RDA of what you need, 20 drops twice a day. Now, do you know what I do? I take 2 of these a day. But I need to. You know what my schedule's like, Debbie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So he also gets the Sononian or Perfect Day minerals.
Now, the Perfect Day minerals, everyone, they're all organic. There's 150 different nutrients in there. Antioxidants, enzymes, coenzymes, minerals, and vitamins. And just so you know this, everybody, you're not going to find even a prenatal multivitamin mineral supplement that can come even close to my Perfect Day Multi. Nothing, it comes even close. Understand that, okay? There is so much out there that isn't true. You could read 2 bottles and go, wow, they both sound the same. You're not going to find people that have our products, and I mean that. Okay. Debbie?
So he gets 1 of those a day. I split it into...
One of what?
Into, like his food. 1 complete. Remember, he's 10 pounds.
Okay,
so
yeah.
he gets
One capsule of the Perfect Day Multi.
Yes. Then he gets the SON, the amino acids.
Now, our SON formula, just so everybody knows, is the top rated amino acid product in the world. It's 99% absorbable. There's no wastage. I will do myself, I don't eat animal protein, so I will take myself 4 of those twice a day, and then before my workout, I'll do 4 more. And you can go, well, I love my meat. Well, then go eat your meat, okay? It doesn't sit well. I'm a blood type A, and even if you're blood type O, it's going to catch up with you. How many dead animals does it take to bring life back? Seriously? I mean, whoever thought of that? And I'm going to tell you something. We are taught to kill each other and kill everything else. And you know what? I'm not an animal rights person. I'm not a human rights person, because I'm not going to fight for this stuff. I'm going to mind my own business, because people are going to go to war with themselves. They're going to go to war and kill people they don't even know, for God's sakes. Okay? And the reality is this, we're all brainwashed. The body needs amino acids, not protein, not for human beings. Animals can eat protein, but Emmett has a very sensitive condition. He's a very sensitive little guy. And the reality is we're giving him his amino acids. He's still getting the proper animal protein, but the delivery system, look at, the older you get, the more high vibrational the food has to be. And the older you get, the more alive it has to be, like a whole plant-based diet, guys. So here it is. The more you cook, the worse you look. The more you fry, the sooner you die. And the reality is, there it is. But guess what? Your biggest problem? Well, because you're an addicted person, you'll give your dog addictive foods. Why would you feed your dog any different? And it doesn't make you a bad person, because it just makes you a person that doesn't understand what health is. Debbie?
So he also gets the Ocean Essentials, 2 a day.
Okay, the Ocean Essentials, these are fatty acids. They have an absorption 400% greater than fish oil, because fish oil actually doesn't digest well. We burp it up. This you'll never burp up. And the reality is he needs his fatty acids for his brain, for his eyes, for his heart, and for his joints. And also fatty acids actually help to restore the myelin sheath on the nerves so you're not sparking, right? And when the wiring gets older, we need to reinforce that. And also, Just Our Ocean Essentials can help to take an ADD child and turn them right around. So just know that. And you know what? I've never met an ADD child, okay, that wasn't on a terrible sugar, flour, dairy diet because the parents don't know any better. And that's not their fault. Now, just know this, everyone. Debbie lives in Stuart, Florida. What's the name of your business?
Stewart Health and Healing.
That's right. And she's partnered up with Dina Rahill, so they work together. They're an amazing, amazing team. And they work with humans with all sorts of problems and, as you know, pets. Deb?
Yes. So he gets also the black gold.
Now, the black gold, everyone, is a humic fulvic. Black gold is a humic fulvic. Humic fulvic is actually the basis of what soil should be. It makes healthy soil. That's how you're going to stay healthy and remain healthy. But now it's no longer in the soil. It's been stripped. Now, here's the deal. Humic fulvic goes in, and what it does, it sucks up parasites. The black gold is for the digestive tract, from the mouth to the rectum, whether you're a dog or not. Okay? So, or a human, dog, cat, doesn't matter. Horse, all right? And it goes in and it removes the parasites from the mouth to the rectum. It drops off 70 micronutrients. It also will lock down viruses, bad bacteria, and like I said, parasites. And here's the best thing. It's the world's best heavy metal detoxifier. So now we believe in doing a little bit of something every day, and you'll never have to do a parasite cleanse. You'll never have a bowel problem. You'll never have a chronic disease. Did you hear what I just said? And you're going to go, BS, Dr. Wolf. That's not true. Look at all the sick people. Well, look at all the sick people that have sick beliefs. Look at how sick our whole foundational program of health and healing and even all food corporations are owned by BlackRock and Vanguard in North America. Thank you very much. Okay, so
He also gets the detox tea.
so now the detox tea is going to move his bowels because we know that he has trouble with his bowels. And if you're a nervous person, you're going to say, my stomach's in knots. No, it's not. You're tying and twisting up your intestines. Okay? You make me sick to my stomach. I'm so stressed out. I'm knotted up. Okay? I feel like I want to throw up. Okay? I've got low back pain. How many people know that 95% of all low back pain is actually the large intestine pooping in your pelvis because you've got leaky gut, which is, there's no such thing as leaky gut, just leaky large intestine. Do you see how we have been dumbed down so much we don't even know the basics of health and the healing? And we're not dumb at all. People are not dumb. Okay?
He gets the black diamond in his water, so he drinks all day long, the black diamond.
Okay, so remember something. He's getting only little bits of this now, and now the only reason why you have to understand, somebody's saying, do you introduce all these? Well, Debbie introduced them all right away because there was a life-threatening situation. Now, when people come to me and their dog is healthy, I'm going to give them the right fatty acids to help to heal that dog. We're going to give them the right minerals and nutrients to keep that dog healthy, or that cat, or that horse. Well, you know what? You're going to do that. But see, we were dealing with a life-threatening situation. He was told his life had expired, and it's not expired. So Emmett's going to be around for a lot longer right now. The reality is this. Does Emmett have a great foundation in him? No. So you know what? And Debbie's got the money, thank you, and she loves Emmett. And now, when Emmett does pass on to go to heaven, Debbie knows that she gave him a full, happy, exciting life, no suffering, no pain. And understand something. That's why we all struggle in our life, is because guess what? I'm going to tell you something right now. 99.9% of the population is totally ignorant of health. Anybody who gets sick in your family, even has a fever, you rush them to the bloody hospital, or you give them drugs to kill the fever. All you had to do is do a warm water enema with Tummy Love in it or Black Diamond, and guess what? The fever would have been down in 15 minutes, but no, you had to go and freak everybody out. Go there, get the drugs, okay? Let's have a barium x-ray, or let's do this, or let's do that, okay? Oh, jeez. Guys, it's a setup. So the reality is this. Hi, I have a healthy dog, but I'd like it to stay healthy. Well, no, you're not going to do all this. You know what? When you've got a 20-foot hole and your dog is in critical stage, we are going to build a 20-foot ladder. When you've got no hole, we're going to put your pet on a maintenance program, and if you stick with it, they'll never be sick. You've got to get this. Even though dogs have more cancer than any other species on this planet, there's no reason for it. That only started 25 years ago. Debbie?
And he also gets 1 curcumin a day.
Okay, so curcumin cayenne. So just know, some people will do turmeric. Well, turmeric is 20 times weaker. Turmeric has 5% curcuminoids. Curcumin, our curcumin, because we get it processed in a lab in India. We also get it off an organic mineralized field. So our curcumin is 20 times stronger than turmeric. Then we add 6% of African cayenne to it. That triggers the curcumin, makes it 50 times stronger. Some people will use black pepper, but black pepper doesn't work as well. And so what curcumin cayenne does, it is the most popular product because it's inexpensive, and it will shut down inflammation in the body and bring infection down faster almost than any other product.
And so that, I think it
wraps it up.
I think that sums it up.
Yeah. So understand, you're not going to do this, okay? And you're going, oh my God, I can't do all this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to spend this much money. I don't spend it on myself. Well, then don't. But reality is, if you get your pet on a little bit of daily cleansing tea, black gold mixed in with their food, Black Diamond in their drinking water, that's a wonderful place to start. Okay. And if you want your pet, if we want your pet to be really beautiful, fur, sparkly eyes, energetic, you might also want to do something like a little bit of C60 or at least the Ocean Essentials.
So this is Taz. This is my other one.
Yep.
And then he gets the detox tea. He gets the Ormus minerals. He gets the black gold. And he gets the C60. So those are the things I add to his food. And they're both on raw diets.
Can you tell everybody, because there's people on here asking, like Ellen, trustworthy companies. You know, there is another company, oh boy, and she's in Florida, and she's a veterinarian, and she's amazing. I can't remember her name, if it comes to me. But why don't you tell everybody what you feed your beautiful pets?
So I order the raw food from a farm in, I think it's in Indianapolis. It's called My Pet Carnivore. And it's a family-run business. All the cattle are out on a farm, you know, no antibiotics, no hormones. They ship it frozen. And then I also have them, because that's just the meat part. You have to have a complete diet for them because they do need to have the fruits and vegetables. The other one that I use is Primal, which is a company that has like organic vegetables mixed in with their raw, but they sell like venison, turkey and sardines, rabbit, beef. They have a wide variety of the flavors, and I buy the frozen patties on that one. And hey, we're still learning as we go along too. You know, I just found out about the Primal. And I was working with another woman who called me, and she found actually a nutritionist that specializes in Yorkies. And so she educated me on the foods, which is really just a beautiful thing for everybody, because now we have more knowledge about the foods and what this woman actually recommends, because we think that I had him on a different food, and she had a thumbs down on the food that I had him on, not the My pet carnivore, but the other food that they were on. And so according to her chart, she recommends certain foods because they do it. They do studies into the nutrition and what they use for their vitamins and what they use to put in. And so what they found is certain ones were the complete compared to other ones were synthetic vitamins and stuff like that. So yeah. So it's
Debbie, can you provide your phone number for people? Some people are asking.
Yes. So I'm here in Stuart, Florida, and our business is Stuart Health and Healing, and you can look at our website, stuarthealthandhealing.com. And my number is 305-342-9559. And you can email me at dswain, DSWAIN 1202 at att.net.
Beautiful. What would you like to leave everybody with?
It's just an amazing journey that I've had in the last year and a half, and everybody needs to get on this journey, and people need to open up their eyes even to what they're feeding their animals, feeding themselves. I always believed I could out-exercise my poor diet. You got to really open up your eyes and say, what you put in your mouth is very important. And so, and what you put in your dog's mouth. I see dogs that are so overweight, and I don't know. Do you think that feeding your dog more is making them happy? I don't think so. My dogs love me, and they get the best, but I don't overfeed them. They get their exercise every day. You see both of them. They're beautiful, and they are a joy to be around every day. And
Is
Emmett when Emmett goes,
is Emmett still around?
Yeah.
I want you to bring him up close, and I want you to take a look at a dog that in human years is almost 100. Okay, was supposed to be put
he
down.
got tired of sitting with me.
He was supposed to.
He wouldn't get down.
He was supposed to be put down how long ago? A few weeks ago?
June 30th.
June 30th. Take a look at this guy. Hey, buddy. And guess what? When I came, and this is before he was diagnosed, when did I come? When I was there? A few months ago.
March.
Yeah, he was having trouble jumping up and down out of his cart. And we went in there, and I did probably for about 5 days in a row, a half an hour of Wolf non-surgical. And every time I did it, how did it change him right after we were done? Right when we were done, how was he acting?
Amazing. He was jumping up. He was actually, when he would lay down, he would spread his legs and lay on his belly, which I've never seen him do his whole life. So he had the flexibility in those back area, the hips, that he could actually spread the legs like that. We're still doing non-surgical. We work on him a little bit every day if I can get to it. And today he's going to get his coffee enema, and he'll get some Celsonic. And
It'll be an ultimate coffee enema, because when he purrs, just like a human being, you don't do a coffee enema anymore. And it's dangerous, guys. I know Gerson invented it 50, 60 years ago, but understand something. You do a coffee enema without tummy love in, or black gold, or some black diamond, the humic fulvic, and guess what? You're going to absorb a lot of these chemicals, heavy metals back into your bloodstream, because everybody suffers from leaky gut. That's what autoimmune diseases. All autoimmune diseases, get this, all autoimmune diseases come from a leaky large intestine, which everybody says, I've got great bowel movements, which how many people do you poop with? Okay? You have nothing to compare by. Most people just... Yeah, go ahead.
When we get done here, we're going to do the ultimate coffee enema, because it's time. So we're still doing, he's getting 1 to 2 a week. We need to really just cleanse his liver. it took him 14 and a half years or 14 years to get into this, and it's going to take time to get out of it. But, last night he goes out to go pee, and he knows he gets a little nighttime treat, and his little ears perk up, and he runs through that door like he was 2 years old. So, I mean, and he eats. And when they have this, and when you know that your pet is feeling really good when they have that desire to eat, when they want to do that eating. And so that's how I gauge him. So he's just, he walks pretty good. He's still going to be 15, but, he just has no pain. He just loves life. And, when his time is here, it'll be here, and that's it. But until then, we make him comfortable. And he's just going to be amazing. That's it.
And you're amazing. So I'd like to just say this. What you actually think about grandma and grandpa right now could be reversed. What you actually think about your parents could be reversed. Problem is, people don't even know what their digestive tract is. They don't even know where their organs are. They don't even know what their organs do. The problem is that the medical system has been around for 125 years and has totally dumbed us down. Okay, our ancestors before then knew 1,000% more. Whether you want to believe it or not, medical doctors were called quacks, and now I'm the quack. So the reality is, you know what? Mind your own business. Meaning look after yourself, care for yourself, love yourself. And once you've perfected it with yourself, you could do that without even opening your mouth with others, because you would be an example instead of going around telling everybody how to live their life. You're actually showing them.
Yeah, I had my friend's mother this morning. She says, it sucks to get old. And my response is, I'm not getting old. And in the last year and a half, I'm like probably 15 years younger than I was when I started with you, because of just understanding how the body works. Like I said, the first class, I learned more in the first week with you than I have in 30 years being in the medical field.
That's in the Whole Life Coach certification, everyone. And we will be starting and kicking off a whole world tour January the 8th in Ixtapa, Florida. In Ixtapa, Mexico, at the Cala del Mar. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, people just have to start waking up, opening up their eyes, and, you have to do the research. My biggest thing that I see is people, they just want everything to be spoon-fed to them. You have to do the research. Even with me, when Emmett got sick, I researched into the coffee enemas with the dogs. And, then I discussed it with you and the ultimate coffee enema, it's just, you got to constantly research, what is his condition? His condition was the adrenals. Well, the adrenals are on top of the kidneys. The adrenals are controlled by the pituitary up in the brain. I don't know if there's something going on in his brain. So he gets 50 pulses of the Celsonic on his brain here and there, because it's not going to hurt him. And, everything is going to help him. We're at the point where, things are just going to help at this point. So, but I sit down, I do the research, and that's what people have to start doing. They have to really learn how to heal their own bodies and take massive personal action for themselves.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say something. People are not lazy, okay? And it's not that people trust too easy, because they've been brainwashed to trust, okay? And when we come along, we're not trusted, are we? We're not trusted. The population, all we're trying to do is do what our ancestors did, and we're not trusted. So, but we understand why now. We understand that whatever programs a person's running in their subconscious, whatever's been put in there, whatever is the prominent dominant program, they're going to run it. Remember, it's all about repetition. It's all about massive personal action. Debbie, would you like to tell them how to get in touch with you one more time? And then I'm going to close off, because I'm coming back on here with a gentleman who has a tumor, a brain tumor, and it's made him go blind. And I'm going to be doing a consultation with him and with his girlfriend, and we'll be doing that in about 10 to 15 minutes. And so, yep.
You can reach me at, my phone number is 305-342-9559, and it is StewartHealthAndHealing.com here in Stuart, Florida. And this one is Abby. This is my mom's new dog. She's a little 6-month-old Yorkie and and Maltese. So, I mean, Yorkie and Maltese. And she's up in my face now too. So, yeah, it's, dogs are the best. People are the best. You just got to learn how to put that smile on and enjoy every day.
Thank you, Debbie. And everybody, we'll come on back on with Debbie. And you know what? We're going to prove to you that we do know what we're talking about. And we'll come on back on maybe in about a month, okay? And we'll check on Emmett. And that's about it. Debbie, thank you for a beautiful, beautiful time. All right?
Thanks.
Bye now.
See you guys later, Bravehearts.
So just know that these doggone shows we're doing, you can catch these doggone shows in the library, in the How to Heal Your Pets guide, okay? So all the information is in there, okay? My phone number is 469-861-8884. And if you ever want to call me and you can't remember that, just remember extension 5 on the 800 number. It'll call me wherever I am in the world. Just know that you matter and your questions matter. Just know too that we have a Black Friday sale on right now, and it's on until a week from today till Friday, and it's our biggest sale of the year. Just know this: if you ever want a consultation, just know that right now they're on sale as well. They're around $120 some. They're usually $150, but you get lifetime support. And I'll show you something else. You want to see something? You get this manual in a PDF, okay? You get this manual in a PDF. This manual helps you take massive personal action, showing you what your emotion was, what your emotional program was that created the physical program that you call a disease because you weren't at ease. You get this in a PDF, and we're also going to be having this in all our fulfillment centers so people will be able to buy it at cost. At cost. Everyone will get this manual at cost. It will be the most powerful health guide you've ever read. And this is the manual that everybody should have been given when they decided to have a family or when they decide they want to heal themselves. And look at it. Tell me I'm right or wrong. Check it out. You check it out. It's called the Perfect Day Guide. And anyways, if you go to my Doc of Detox, click on docofdetox.com, click on consultation. Pick a master consultant that you vibe with. And then you get free calling for life, unlimited support. We'll send you the 1-hour consultation, okay, so that you can review. And guess what? We're going to go gentle with you step by step because health is a language and you deserve respect. So let us respect you. Let us serve you. And eventually you'll respect and you'll protect yourself. And you'll know that it's not selfish to have a perfect day. Have a beautiful day. And God bless everybody.